I don't have a dedicated assembly table in my shop, so I often find myself working on the bed of my CNC or on the sliding side of my table saw. This is far from ideal. Glue squeeze out and paint drips distorts the surface, so I want to make a dedicated assembly table. As I'm limited on floor space, it has to be moderate in size. I'm thinking of an MFT style table with a dead flat torsion box top. I start by breaking down some 3/4 inch MDF for the top and bottom. Pieces are cut to final size on the table saw. The ribs for the torsion box construction are also cut. I'm nailing some risers underneath the MDF sheet. This is done to prevent the cutter from cutting into the CNC bed. Holes are spaced 96 mm apart, just like on the original MFT table. They're 20 mm holes and cut with a downcut spiral bit. I use a large countersink bit to remove the burr from the freshly cut holes. Then I start assembling the outer frame. It is time for the webbing inside. Everything is glued and nailed. Here I'm adding the top skin. I made holes in the top and bottom, so that when I wear out one side I can just flip the top and reveal a fresh new top. I have some strips of 40 mm oak countertop that I want to use for edging. I resawed it on the bandsaw and ran it through the planer to make it approximately 15 mm thick. The corners are mitered. And the edging is glued and nailed in place. Then it's time for some sanding to even out the edging to the top, and then break the corners with a 45-degree chamfering bit. The edging and top are finished with some tung oil. Mostly to get a smooth finish, but also to make it harder for the glue and paint to stick to it. Then it's on to the base. I made the legs from 3/4 inch Baltic birch. Glued and screwed into corner legs. And rounded off the corners. Some paint never hurts. The top and bottom are also 3/4 inch Baltic birch. For the side panels I went with 15mm melamine. For a twist, I wanted to put my logo on it. Putting down a massive amount of painter's tape. CNC did its job, and it's time for some hand painting. Filling in the cut grooves with some black paint. After the paint is dry, it's on to peeling off the tape. And cleaning the melamine. Side panels are glued and nailed in place. I put some casters on it just to make it easier to move around. I attached the top with some screws from underneath. And that's about it. Not exactly rocket science. But I will be making some pretty cool accessories for it. This will be done in multiple videos to come, so stay tuned. And don't miss it.